Hey guys, I'm Morthodon, and we are here for another poll replacing thingy Magica. Yeah, we're replacing Seven Deadly Sins, and we're gonna have a poll to do it. It's been a while since I did a poll, guys. I don't think I've had a poll since either we started Seven Deadly Sins or back when I watched Tower of God. That one was voted in. So it was either one of the two, but Seven Deadly Sins is coming to an end, at least for the content that is out at the moment. I kind of lucked out, and while I was watching it, I guess it's considered season 4, Dragon's Judgment, came out while I was watching it, which extended how long I could watch Seven Deadly Sins, which was cool. But yeah, we are going to be replacing that now because there are 5 episodes left, and obviously it just ended, so I am doing this poll a little bit early. I used to do it like a month ahead, and then I'd run, or sometimes I'd even only do like 2 to 3 weeks, and I run the poll for a couple weeks, and I make sure the poll ends like right when I finish the show. But I've actually been recording ahead because I'm going to be taking like a week vacation coming up, and I think the week vacation is going to happen like right when I finish watching Seven Deadly Sins. So I want to make sure I have the next show ready and the episodes for it recorded. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing this a little bit of ahead. So if you're like, wow, you're not even that close to finishing Seven Deadly Sins, don't worry. I'm still finishing Seven Deadly Sins and everything. So yeah, I'm looking forward to another poll. These are always fun to see what you guys vote for and everything. So as usual, because I almost always forget to say it, the link to the poll is going to be in the description. It's going to be on my Patreon, because that's just the easiest format. So it's going to be open to everyone. I don't know if you need a Patreon account, to be honest. I think you might, but it's free to sign up. You don't have to pay anything, so you just make a Patreon account real fast. You don't have to support me in any way. It's going to be open to everybody to vote. So you guys just let me know which of these 10 shows I'm going to list here that you want to see me watch. So vote for the one you want, and hopefully it'll win, you know? And I mean, I do this because I like for you guys to choose, you know? I have some shows that I choose myself. Like, for instance, like when My Hero started, I was like, yeah, of course I'm going to watch that. I'm not even going to, like, try to do a poll, because sometimes I'll do live action shows. If there's no sequels coming out for things I've watched, then I'll typically do a live action, not live action, airing anime poll. So, like, once My Hero ends, if there's nothing in the season after My Hero that I need to watch, like sequels or whatnot, then I'll probably be doing another poll for that, to let you guys pick an airing show. So it'd be only shows from that specific season. Anyways, bunch of rambling aside, I'm excited for a lot of these shows. Actually, I decided to stick with 10. I've done like 15. I think I even had a poll with like 20 shows one time, but it felt like too many. So what I did was I just kind of like hand-picked 10 from my list. If you want to know how that works, anybody who recommends shows to me, you can recommend them in the comments of literally any video. I try to make sure I check all my videos' comments. Try not to spoil, please. At least I've been checking them for now, because luckily everyone's been good and no one's really spoiled anything for me. But the whatchamacallit, you can let me know in the comments, and what I do is I take those shows that you guys recommend in the comments, I put them on my anime list as a plan to watch, and then in my description of this video and all my videos, you can see my anime list link, so you can check out my anime list. You can see what I've seen, so that way you don't recommend something I've already seen, you know? I've watched a lot of anime prior to doing reactions, so there's a lot on there. And yeah, there's actually one show I didn't add. Well, I'm a little bit sad about that. I might throw in an 11th. I can't believe I missed it. It's one I've been wanting to watch for a while, but yeah, it just dawned on me. My bad, guys. My brain is scattered with this right now. So yeah, check out my anime list in the description, look at what I haven't watched, and be like, hey, this was an anime I really liked, and recommend it to me. Because then it gets added to my anime list, and then it will become, a chance to be on a poll. It also has a chance to just be something that I pick, because I do my Patreon shows, which I don't do polls for. I pick those myself, So, yeah. Anyways, let's get started, shall we, with finally going through the list of shows and then the mysterious 11th one at the end, because I'm stupid and forgot to add it because I added a bunch of other things that I want to watch and stuff like that. I think I added all the ones that have been recommended to me by viewers, too. I made sure of that, so I try to make sure the recommended ones get, bumped up above, my own priority. I think I basically did my whole plan to watch, except for some of the movies I have on there, because this poll is for TV shows. And a few shows that were recommended by a friend that I decided not to throw on here yet, and I'll throw them on when some of these get taken off, But okay, so now we're gonna start. First one, Cowboy Bebop, an old school one. I'm pretty sure it aired in 99 or something. I loved when I watched Berserk. I didn't do a reaction to that one. That was on my own time before I even started reactions. But Berserk was an old one as well, and I really loved it, regardless of, obviously, animation issues from 99, but sometimes it's really cool to see how they did it back then, and how far they've come nowadays. So I'd love to watch Cowboy Bebop. I've heard it's one of those staple anime that everyone should watch, and somehow I've watched over 100 anime or something on my channel. Can I actually see completed? I used to have a stat. This completed list is just long. It's so long of things I've watched. Granted, some of it is specials and stuff. Yeah, I guess I could probably see it in my stats on my page, but I'm not going to go dig deep into finding it. But yeah, I've watched so much anime, and I've never seen Cowboy Bebop or Samurai Champloo. I'm pretty sure Samurai Champloo is a spiritual successor to Cowboy Bebop. I don't think it's an actual, sequel, but I've heard that they kind of go together. So I decided I'd do Cowboy Bebop first since it came out first, and then Samurai Champloo will be on a poll if Cowboy Bebop happens to win. But anyway, that's Cowboy Bebop, the first one. Second one, Death Parade. I've heard of this from several other reactors, kind of referencing they love the opening or something like that in other shows I've watched reactions to. But I don't really know anything about it. It sounds interesting being a death parade. I can only imagine that it's a little disturbing, but who knows. As for the third show is going to be Goblin Slayer. This one is another one of those kind of... I don't think it's isekai, but I think it's in a pseudo video game style world. I'm just not sure if it's an isekai or not. But yeah, I believe it's one of those where, as a gamer myself, sometimes I get really into these, although the genre has been used a lot recently. So I'd still enjoy it, I imagine. But I also heard there's, a rape scene in it, which has made me, very hesitant, because that stuff kind of is weird. But why? But I mean, sometimes that also means that it could be a very dark show if they're willing to put that in there, and I'm all for dark shows. I just almost feel kind of rape stuff crosses the line, But the fourth show is gonna be Kimetsu no Yaiba, which is Demon Slayer in English. This is one that has been... It was a fan favorite when it released. I know it was very popular. I never watched it because it just hasn't won any polls yet for me. And I know there's a lot of channels that were doing it too, and a bug just flew right by my camera lens. Freaking bugs. But yeah, I know there's been a lot of the bigger channels that have done this, I guess I'm not going to name names, but a lot of the bigger channels have done it, and even a lot of the smaller channels now have done it. So I think people might have gotten really bored of it. But that one was recommended by a viewer, and I want to watch it eventually anyway. It actually might be one that I eventually just pick for my Patreon show, regardless. Which actually, if it doesn't win a poll, I might end up picking it. Doesn't mean don't vote for it though. I want to see if you guys want me to watch it. I can always pick something else. So. Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica is the 5th show. It is I know, like, the magical girl kind of thing. I don't know what the show is about. It was recommended to me as well. I'm not sure. Obviously, I've seen, like, some of that stuff where, like, the girls turn into, like, these magical girls and they get powers and they go through those transformation sequences and stuff and they fight off evil. But, like, is Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica, like, a darker version of that? Because, like no harm to that genre, but, like, it seems kind of like it's meant for, like, young girls kind of thing. Like, from the few I've seen, but maybe this is, like, a dark and twisted version, Kind of like, I felt like I had a good reference of, like, a show that seemed like from the outside, I can't think of it now. But there have been a few shows I've watched that from the outside I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. It looks like very childish. I guess, like, even in a way, like, just from, like, the little bit I looked into Promised Neverland before I watched the first season, I'm like, okay, it's just a bunch of kids. The name reminds me of, like, a Disney movie or something, but it ended up being, like, really dark, I think I did end up watching the trailer for that before it came out, and then once I watched the trailer, I realized that there's gonna be a little more shit in it, so. But, yeah, Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica, I don't know anything about it, but, except for I know what magical girls are, but, yeah, vote for that if you want. Show 6 is Mob Psycho Season 2, which is a long time thing that I've been really wanting to watch as well. This is another one that's a contender for me to just pick up and watch, do a reaction to, for one of my Patreon shows or whatever, just because I've been really wanting to see Season 2. I loved Season 1, and I've heard Season 2 is even darker and better, so yeah, I'm excited. Number 7 is Monster, which is another one I've seen around every now and then, but I know nothing about. It's this one was one of the ones that was recommended by my friend. I threw it on the list because it is one that I've seen some other reaction channels do, and I kind of want to, like, see the reactions to them. So I'm like, hey, maybe I'll be able to react to it, and then I could watch theirs. But yeah, number 8 is going to be One Punch Man Season 2. I've heard a lot of gripe about it. I've loved One Punch Man Season 1. And I'm wondering how they managed to screw up Season 2 so bad, because I've heard a lot of bad stuff about it, so. But I still want to watch it, it's kind of like that thing where, like, even if I hear it's bad, I still want to experience it for myself to find out why it's considered bad, Did they, like, just go too try hard, because, like, the whole joke of One Punch Man Season 1 was, like, it plays with those tropes and everything of typical shows and all that. I don't know. But whatever they did, I still kind of want to see it to know for myself. And I like to form my own opinion, too, because sometimes people will tell me that something's bad and I'll watch it and I'll be like, that wasn't that bad, But anyway, number 9 is Slayers. This was another, I'm pretty sure it's an older one. It was recommended to me by a viewer as well. And so I threw it on here. Once again, it's another one of those ones where I know nothing about, and I'm interested in watching it because it was recommended. Whenever a show's recommended, it makes me like, oh, wow, I haven't heard of that. And, like, I've watched some really good shows that were recommended to me. So, yeah. Number 10, the last one on my list in front of me right here, but not the last one because I'm going to add a surprise 11th, So number 10 is Wonder Egg Priority, which was a new show that aired during the same season as Jujutsu Kaisen, I believe. And my friend spoke really high praises of it while he was watching it, and it made me really want to watch it. I almost watched Wonder Egg instead of Jujutsu Kaisen, because right now I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen on my Patreon, as one of my Patreon exclusives. I almost picked Wonder Egg for that spot instead, but I decided to go Jujutsu Kaisen instead. So yeah, that one once again is another one I know nothing about. I didn't even watch. I try not to watch any trailers for any of these airing shows and stuff like that. So yeah, and the final one, the 11th one that I completely forgot about to add to this list is going to be Attack on Titan Season 3. So I have seen Season 1 and Season 2, and I probably at this point need to rewatch Season 1 and Season 2, which if Season 3 wins, I may end up doing one of my Patreon rewatch series of Season 1 and Season 2. We'll see. I'm not positive. But it's been a bit since I've seen Season 1 and Season 2. I want to make sure I have all my facts and names and everything down for Season 3, so if it happens to win. But that is one, and obviously if Season 3 wins, it's basically just me finishing Attack on Titan. So it'll be starting with Season 3 because I've seen Season 1 and Season 2. And I will be going all the way up until whatever the current one is. I don't even know. Like, I know there's a Season 4. I'm not sure if there's a Season 5. I'm not even sure. I've been trying to stay away from it because I don't want spoilers, you know. So that's the 11th and final one, Attack on Titan Season 3. So yeah, guys, a lot of cool shows here in my opinion. A lot of ones that I would love to see win. I mean, almost all of them I'd love to see win. Even like I have my hesitations on Mahou Shoujo, but it was like recommended to me. So I feel like it would probably be good, you know? So and I've even heard other reactors reference Mahou Shoujo as well. Some of the reactors that I watch that do a lot of anime, they make references to Mahou Shoujo a lot. So it's like I'm really intrigued by that one too. So yeah, pretty much everything on this list I'd be excited if won, which is really cool. So yeah, guys, that is all 11 shows. Don't forget, the link to this poll is in the description. Check it out, vote, and yeah, let me know if there's any other shows you want me to watch. Put them in the comments. Make sure you check out my anime list first, because if you don't, there's a good chance I may have already seen it, and you may just get a reply in the comments from me saying like, "Oh, sorry, but I've already watched that before I started reactions." That's my answer to a lot of the stuff these days, to stuff people have recommended. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Hopefully you enjoy this poll, and let's see who wins. It'll be open for like 2 weeks as of whenever this video comes out. So if you're watching this a little bit after the video comes out, check out the date on the video. I'll be setting it to 2 weeks as soon as I release this video on the poll. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and you can hit that subscribe button if you enjoy all of my content. Check out my Patreon if you want access to things like my Patreon exclusives I mentioned, where I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen Reincarnated as a Slime Season 2 and Black Sails. So check all that out, and I have early access for a lot of my shows and all that stuff. So yeah, link is in the description to that as well. Or you can go to patreon.com/Morthodon, or it's probably popping up on the screen right about now. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.